And a papaya to you as well. You there. Excuse me, you there. And a papaya to you as well. Good God. Turn that shit down. Hello, everybody. What's up? Let me get my face on the screen. Well, what's up? What's poppin', everybody? Hello, hello. Happy Saturday, everybody. Tomorrow is Easter Sunday. I hope everybody has a good weekend thus far. Going into Easter Sunday, I'm sure some of you are very religious, and I'm sure you are very anti-religious. I'm sure some of you don't care. What? Do be how it do. But what's up? I'm currently eating my dinner, which is leftover chicken cutlet from the H-Mart. I believe in TF2 Pyro. Very good. I was thinking about getting the TF2 Pyro minion loadout. You guys know about the minion loadout in TF2? It's really fucking bad, dude. It's so good. It makes me want to shoot myself in the head. God damn it. I pulled it up and now I have to buy the outfit. Hello, Jerry. Hello, Rasheen. Hello, Blue Bear. Hello, Nathan. Hello, Saja. Nathan, what's up? Hello, hello, Mr. Cyan. Does my avatar have a full body? Also, how many streams am I doing this time? My avatar does have a full body. I don't know what you mean by how many streams I'm doing. Do you mean in today? Lunar Ascendant is what we're playing today. Today I will be playing one video game, I think. We'll see. I think we're near the end of this game, so if we do end up finishing this game, I'm not sure what we're gonna do. I don't really have a backup in mind. Probably switch to Borderlands 4 or something. Not exactly a popular choice, but it's one that I'm gonna make, because I'm not a very popular guy. Can you post the pizza you made in Discord? Yeah. It was a 2v2? What do you mean you made a pizza 2v2? It was PvP pizza? Oh, I see. Ah, that sounds good. Yeah, post them. Post them and tell me which one you made and which one your friends made. Hello, Dracula, what's up? Last time I did 3 at a time. What do you... Are you asking me how many different Wait, are you asking me... Oh, okay, so I'm streaming to 3 different locations right now. Is that what you're asking, Nathan? Because I usually stream to 3 different locations. Hello, Kai, what's up? What if Jupiter's huge magnetic field serves as a strong current that denies entry to outside objects? Oh, okay, I see, Nathan. I gotcha. Yeah, I'm streaming to Twitch, YouTube Vertical, and YouTube Horizontal. Been playing TF2 for 4 days straight, grinding for weapons. I see. Haven't even been 1 minute before you joined? I suppose not. Alright, let's see where we were at with our last... I'm not sure how this run is gonna go. I'm not sure how it's gonna finish out. I'm not sure how many turns you get in a run either. Oh. Still trying to get the golden weapons. You don't know what the name of the gold... Oh, you're doing runs in MVM. I see, Blue Bear. I'd like to play MVM again. I was desperately waiting for the Halloween update last year to have an MVM update, because they were asking for Halloween MVM maps, but I guess that fell through. Or maybe it'll happen this year. Regardless, I think around my birthday, I think I'm probably gonna do some MVM tours. I would love to jump back into 2 cities again. Alright. Where was I? We were building all the helium-3 buildings. Alright, let's see how this goes. What's the damage report? Attend a discussion about the survival of the city. Can I get an unmute? YouTube does not have an unmute, Kid Dracula. You're probably unmuted already. If I had to guess. What do you do in their free time? I don't get the question. What do I do in my free time? I'm a communist. If you play MVM, I call dibs enjoying and playing on Pyro. That's funny. How many tours are you in, Blue Bear? How many tours do you have? That's me, Bob. I turned into a vampire. They turned him into a vampire, dude. Kill him. My economy is kind of really good. I don't know. We'll see what the future of the city looks like. None currently. You can't find any matches to join. You haven't completed a single MVM tour? Like on 2 cities? Wow. Is nobody really playing that game mode anymore? That sucks. As you do your best to keep up with the city's status reports while trying to devise potential solutions to the problems awaiting, there's another knock at your office door. Who is it? The door opens and Dr. Izumi walks in, with Simone Akabe following her firm steps. Mr. Mayor. Hello, sir. Welcome, ladies. Izumi is indifferent to your out-of-context remark, and Simone dismisses it with a formal smile. Perhaps as an overcompensating way to cope with stress. We wanted to inform you on the current status of the city maintenance systems and the required resources, sir. We'd also like to get your insight and opinion on how to proceed with certain situations that need immediate addressing. No need to ease him into it, Simone. He's seen the reports. But let's go your way and start with the relatively better news. We were able to establish self-sufficiency, self-sustainability in certain critical city maintenance systems thanks to your office's investments. We have the Helium-3 resources in stock to keep those operations going, so no need to worry about the sustenance of Artemis, at least for the time being. As commendable an achievement as that may be, sir, it unfortunately has very little real value in terms of citizens' perception of the situation. What does that mean exactly? Hey, Justabug. You got banned by a VTubers mod just for saying you beat a game on a hard difficulty. Dang. Which game? He was also meat riding. Oh, make a little. You have terrible luck with finding matches? Nah. It was Doom? That's funny, Justabug. Who's taken that game that seriously? It's been like 70 years. What does that mean exactly? The people are depressed and frustrated, sir. They're sick and tired of making do with what they have, of merely surviving instead of living good lives and enjoying themselves. For very long now, they've had very little to live a life of comfort and joy. Please don't misunderstand me, sir. I speak only as an observer, and I fully appreciate the sacrifices you've made to secure a sustainable future. Unfortunately, it simply doesn't resonate with the people. I understand frustration. Hell, I sympathize. People of the city have been through a lot, as you did as well, sir. But as you'd understand, their frustration has a long history. They've been waiting for their lives to get better for a considerable time now. In any case, they unfortunately have no choice but to hang in there. We can't offer them much, but they want the hope of a life worth living, and we simply don't have the resources to provide that for them. While Simone evidently shares your feelings, it seems Izumi is unfazed. Coins are useless without Earth's trade, and what Helium-3 we have is reserved to keeping the sustainability intact. You have no choice but to ignore these whimsical demands. Until you can't. The people are already roaming the streets, like I mentioned. Small groups are wandering the alleys, likely scouting for places to loot and plunder once things take a worse turn and every man is for himself. Just because protests and riots are not at our door does not mean chaos is not imminent, sir. Which leaves you with 2 choices. Total chaos down the line or a firm hand to keep the people in check. Based on our reading of the situation, we'd suggest you have a meeting with Colonel Solomon regarding the preemptive action options, sir. And one with the leaders of the people. I'd say people are herd animals. I can arrange that for you and be present so we can read the situation regarding the groups they represent, sir. Alright, arrange it. Understood. You best play your cards right, Mr. Mayor. This is the final chapter. With that, they take their leave and you are once again alone with your thoughts. You said cringe? Oh, got him. Got his ass. Should I post a video of me just playing Pyro for a long time and see how many subscribers I get? I gotta be honest, I don't know. I think I tried that at some point, where I would just upload full gameplays. I think at this point in my life, making a more creative video is more my speed, which is why it's taking me so long. But I don't know. That would be up to you. You kind of have to game the system, you know? If what you really want is to have a successful YouTube channel, I would see what's successful. From Colonel Solomon, Mr. Mayor, I hope you're well, sir. Please accept my apologies for not being able to visit you in person and provide a detailed mission debriefing, as I'm still in the city hospital due to minor injuries. It's been brought to my attention that your security details has left their post, and I have assigned a team to take their place. We've conducted thorough background checks on each member of the team and are confident that none of them have any inclination to join civil unrest rallies or protests given the current situation. That's another point that I wanted to get your opinion on, since I believe it would be best to take certain precautions, especially considering that the public is growing more and more restless due to Earth's lockdown and the current living conditions. Since I'm not able to visit you, sir, I have tasked the team I've sent to take you anywhere you'd like. Please feel free to call me anytime you're available, and alternatively, the team I sent can escort you here if you are already planning to visit the hospital. But please, don't go out of your way on my behalf. Looking forward to hearing from you again. Looking forward to hearing from you, sir. Colonel Solomon. Overwhelm of insurance claims. The Earth Goods Shopping Center management declared bankruptcy, but not before their stores were broken into and ransacked by panicking crowds. Now the store owners are asking for their insurance claim instead, and the corporate consortium reports that this is an unprecedented and extremely unlikely scenario that no insurance agency could be prepared for. The unpaid insurance claims are likely to push people towards more aggression and panic. Hello, Jamie. I'm try with each class and see which one gets me more subscribers experimenting with YouTube's audio. I just noticed I have 12.5 hours on Pyro. Hello, Astra. Security forces report the city zoo has been abandoned by the workers due to lack of proper maintenance and equipment. Payment delays and perhaps the pessimistic and mass panic mood the citizens are in due to the issues with Earth. Citizens of the vicinity report that they've seen stray animals that escape from their cages, including dangerous and predatory beasts. The security forces report that the pet animal shelter was abandoned by the personnel for lack of timely payment and the impossible conditions they have been working in since the incident with Earth. Now the citizens of the vicinity report that they've seen people breaking into the shelter and running away with pet animals. The motives have not yet been uncovered yet, but the speculation suggests that people are fear-mongered into believing there will be a shortage of food sources, much like in the period of Wayward Warden incident, and they are doing everything they can to make sure they have something to eat if it comes to that. Due to recent panic the incident on Earth had created, people are canceling their membership to the Earth Literature Library. Library management reports that multiple members have expressed concern regarding being associated with anything Earth-related. Couldn't be me. Then don't. You got banned by a VTuber's mod just for saying I beat a game on... Oh yeah, right. You posted the pizza? Nice, I'll take a look at it. You're new here, what's going on? I play visual novels. After reading Solomon's email, you get up to look out your window, and sure enough, the security forces team he mentioned is down the street. Go outside and ask them to take you to the hospital to visit Solomon. You go downstairs and greet the team. They give you a soldier salute and open the vehicle door for you. Inside, you tell them you'd like to go to the city hospital, and with a firm affirmative, sir, you're on your way. You arrive shortly after, and as the team waits across the street, you step into the hospital. You step into the hospital. Wow, now a shadow of its former self. Lights flicker along the hallways, and the floors are littered with empty prescription bottles. Patients lie sprawled on the waiting room couches, and even on the floor in the corners, while nurses and the few remaining doctors dodge around them, rushing from one room to another at the sound of yet another crash code. Stacks of boxes filled with medicine line the counters, each labeled with the UEF's logo. Still, the situation looks bleak. You search for the room number the team told you Saul knows, and then find it before long. You knock first. Come in. His voice sounds tired, and you feel as if there's a touch of defeat in there somewhere. His expression changes as soon as he sees you. Oh, Mr. Mayor, didn't think... Apologies, sir. I can't get up to greet you properly. He says that with the utmost seriousness and without a touch of sarcastic implication in his tone, which makes the fact that he's missing his legs beneath the bedsheets all the more bizarre. You knew, of course, that his legs were augmentations, but you didn't realize that he lost them once during the latest operation. No need to apologize. What happened? Nothing to worry about, sir. I wasn't completely clear of the explosion radius, thankfully. I didn't lose anything that actually belonged to me. The downside is the fact that they can't get my augmented legs to work again. We don't have the necessary replacement parts in Artemis, and Earth is... well, you know the rest. There must be something we can do. I wouldn't want you to trouble yourself over this, sir. You have more important matters to attend to. My only regret is that I'm not out in the field to help you with the city. But I will resume my command of our forces from here remotely. What's your take on the city's overall status? I'm afraid it will only get worse when we're spread too thin to cover the city in its entirety. There have been multiple sightings of people with makeshift masks over their faces attempting to break into local stores. The city patrol was able to stop them from doing any damage so far, and the culprits ran away instead of showing aggression. But if this type of behavior spreads wider around the city, the people will start to gather in larger groups and eventually start to fight back. And that has the potential to snowball into a full-on insurgency, especially if these are not isolated events, but somehow orchestrated behind the scenes. If I give the go, will you be able to stop them, even if it means crushing them? Can't believe it's this easy for them to lock in a survival mode. Hello, Mooney. But if you're asking what it would take to prevent the worst from happening, to ensure the city doesn't descend into complete chaos, we've suffered a high number of losses in the field. We were a small squad due to the operation's scale already, and the ambush left us no chance to fight back or stand our ground. Every single security forces personnel that were with me got captured or worse, so it is a fact that we are low on numbers, especially if we decide to cover the city grounds, or the forces that weren't involved in the operation. We have some extra personnel, but they're not fit to take a lead or operate on their own without supervision. How come? It's the Lin members you ordered to be enlisted in the security forces, sir. There have been a small number of deserters among them. We suspect they went AWOL to join the ranks of the movement. While we don't have intel on whether the resistance is organized by Lin, we believe some movement members are definitely taking part. Is that what they're calling it? It's just word of mouth, sir. People are agitated. They're looking to blame someone, anyone, and for anything. This thing Earth did, it was a boogeyman of the past for so long that I think it's seared into people's mind. A trauma they're always ready to react to. And now their worst fear becomes real, so they don't know who to blame and who to side with. But in the end, we're ready to do whatever you think is ideal for the city, sir. To the best of our capabilities, with the current conditions considered, that is. Spread most of the security personnel throughout the city and maintain the peace. I don't want innocent people getting hurt. But sir, that will leave only a handful of personnel to protect you. The resistance is pinning all responsibility on you, and that narrative may lead to an organized hostility toward your office. Who knows? Maybe they're right. Understood, sir. I will make sure our forces are briefed and organized accordingly. And thank you for coming all the way here. I can imagine how busy you must be and the risk you must have taken to get it. Just focus on getting better. He gives you a nod, his frown deepening and lips pursed with concern. I wish we could have saved everyone, sir, including Miss Jess. You did your best. It was her choice, though I still don't know why. For what it's worth, sir. He looks down, lost in thought, weighing what he will say next. During our time out there at the terrorist base, she seemed angry, as if she couldn't wait to find them just to kill every single one of them. Some soldiers are like that in the field, especially if the hostiles are known to be armed and dangerous. It's a mental defense mechanism. But this felt personal. He clears his throat, regains his composure, and reaches a hand out to shake yours. But I'm sure we will save her, sir. I'm positive of that. With that, you leave the rooms to give him more time to rest and make your way back to the vehicle outside. Alright. I see. Pen declared mandatory. Pen program will become mandatory within designated sectors. Director is said to follow Earth officials describe as successful trial phrases and broad normalization across key industries. Oof. Things are looking grim. I think It looks fine to me, man. An ominous visit. Call Izumi to see if she can help solve. You try to focus on planning your next steps, but the conversation you have with Solomon occupies your mind. As you step outside the hospital, a man catches your eye. A man that looks an awful lot like you. With almost the same clothes and as far as you can make out from behind, the same hairstyle. He crosses the street and walks over to the security force's vehicle that brought you here. You watch in confusion as the personnel appointed to protect you salute him as they did you and open the door for him to get into the vehicle. He does, and for a brief second you get a glimpse of his face. Your face? Next thing you know is you feel dizzy, and instead of a busy nurse you left behind, a man takes you by the arm and leads you to a vehicle nearby. That's all you remember until you open your eyes. Oh shoot. When you come back to yourself, you're in complete darkness. Or you realize something's over your head. A piece of clothing. A soft piece of clothing with a familiar scent. You slowly gather as your senses start firing the right signals to your brain, guiding you out of the fog. Just as your mind starts the path to find the origin of the scent, it's lifted from your face. A man stands in front of you and you're tied to a chair. He twists and squeezes the cloth more or less an inch away from your face and then gives it a deep sniff himself, as if to see if he can smell anything. He can't. Nope, nothing. Damn. No point in denying that you're blessed in certain ways. His voice is raspy, but not in an organic way you can imagine. You stare at him through blurred eyes and squint in an effort to adjust yourself to the light. Who's this nerd? The room is bright with white fluorescent, yet a blurry darkness surrounds you both. He stands tall, and as your eyes slowly regain focus, you realize his face is covered in mechanical parts, much like his body. He watches you watch him, sizing you up as you scan him with your eyes, taking in his twisted, semi-organic stature. And once you gain your full vision back, you realize that the darkness surrounding you is not darkness at all. It's people, if you can call them that. Similar to the one who stands in front of you, they are all modified in different ways, and they watch intently crowded around you in a circle. Tell me, am I frightening to you, progenitor? Progenitor? Yes, of course. Look at me, progenitor, and look at yourself. I admit that I am not a finished product, not a full link in the chain of our ascent. Nope, you hold the key to that. You have nothing to be afraid of. He cocks his head to the side momentarily as if something caught his attention. He smiles in approval, if you can call the twisted contortion in his face a smile. And you're not afraid, are you? Good. All is well that ends well, progenitor. And look at me. I'm proof that it ends well. What have you done to yourself? His features turn angry for a brief moment, but it looks more like an imitation of the emotion, as if it's an involuntary act, a ghost of the real thing, echoing in the organic parts of his. An angry humming from the crowd around you emerges simultaneously and dies down as he starts to speak in a monotonous tone. Hello, Laka. Nothing that nature doesn't want us to do. He runs a finger across your cheek, a dead man's cold in his touch. Don't you feel that your flesh is so very limiting, so claustrophobic, so unbecoming in this limitless universe? Don't you feel the Earth is a snow globe bound to shatter sooner or later, a bubble destined to burst, and here you are, trying to use all this potential, all this energy to make the moon a pathetic copy of it. When you can instead make the universe yours, if only you'd stop changing everything around you and instead change yourself. This is what I have done. I've evolved. I've become something more, just as nature intended, you see. If the single most important thing to come out of our path to existence is our consciousness, shouldn't we preserve it? And if we can secure the consciousness beyond the decaying limits of organic existence, are we not bound with the responsibility to do so, considering that the first purpose of the organic was to survive all along? Why am I getting shit philosophy here? Resident Evil mods into Fallout 4? That is very funny, Mooney. He touches the metal bars that hold you in place and tie you to the chair. Are you not tired of captivity? The invisible chains, twisted around your ankles and wrists, each pulling in a different direction, yet with a single doomed purpose. Do you know why the chain holders chose you? Why you specifically? I'm not sure anymore. Good. You were chosen to serve their plan. A man without an agenda is a man you can manipulate. He raises a fist, and you notice that the crowd imitates his gestures subtly, as if his motions echo throughout the rest in weaker and weaker waves. The moral downfall of a good man creates a black hole in the fabric of hope, the perfect opportunity to steer the public towards embracing new radical solutions. What are you saying? You do not have an exit. All paths will lead to the same conclusion. It is so by intentional design. A subtle slouch of shoulders echoes momentarily through the crowd, but they're back to their regular posture by the time his sentence ends. But before you are offered a way out, there are things you need to understand. He doesn't say another word, he simply glances over his shoulder, and the crowd immediately splits in perfect alignment with the trajectory of his gaze, as if a hind mind is at work. From the narrow corridor of robotic meat rolls an electronic wheelchair with an integrated headpiece and a woman's concealed face under the metal sphere of it. You're familiar with this device, from the interrogation room. You're also familiar with the woman, even though you can't see her. You recognize a blazer she's wearing, though the usual white shirt inside is missing and she's naked underneath. And that's when you realize what the familiar scent was. Here she is, Miss Wilkins. Jess, can you hear me? I see that you're familiar with this metal dome can do apart from mind reaping. You thought you could modify and use this equipment and we wouldn't know? I did not sanction their use. I know, but you didn't forbid the ones in the prison or order their destruction, did you? No, you did not. Nifty little toys to keep around, I know. Vulture and Pond, as I'm sure you've gathered by now, even if they haven't, from your botched operation. He gestures with one hand to his own augmented body and with the other to the crowd of modified followers encircling you. We're mere pawns, but that doesn't change the potential repercussions. I want you to know that this is not a vain attempt at building rapport. This is the universe running its equations. Action, reaction, cause and effect. In proper proportion, nothing more, nothing less. A fair demonstration of what you should expect from us in the future. This is your doing, not ours. Call it karma, as they used to, if you'd like. He glances at the wheelchair and cocks his head to the side. The machine starts humming with his unexplainable command, and the metal dome lifts from Jess's face. You see her in terror for the first time, but even in terror, she's strong. You can take her and leave. She's unharmed, same as Pond and Vulture were under your custody. Boss. Everything will be fine. But he cuts you off before Jess can react. Only essential that must stay with you is the fact that we will come to your aid when you have no one else. We will come help you when you are betrayed, and make no mistake, you will be betrayed. That is the nature of your position in this equation. That's the design. You only need to reach out and give us the nanotech data center. All this for the data center? Why? Don't! What matters is what will happen, not what has already transpired. The why of it does not concern you. Never mind that it's beyond you. Take her and count your blessings strictly as your own karma, as they used to say. He casually glances at your chair, and the meal bars that hold you in place come unlocked. Remember this moment. Remember who freed you. We will all be free once we break the chains of our past and embrace the next steps. Or you can say or do anything the world feels fuzzy again. You descend into darkness until you open your eyes in your office. Jesus. They hate me, dude. They hate me. They hate us because they ain't us. State of thing. Attend a discussion about the survival of the city. Call Izumi to see if she can help Solomon. Call Izumi and she answers immediately in her usual flat tone. Yes, Mr. Mayor. Hello, Nugget. Do you know about Colonel Solomon's condition? Yes, I'm aware of his missing limbs and the fact that the replacements are no longer functional. Can you provide him with new augmentations? I cannot. Unfortunately, since Earth has put a complete embargo on equipment and component shipments, we are not able to manufacture custom-tailored augmentation tech at the moment. I understand. What if we use helium-3 based tech instead of Earth equipment? That's a rich idea, and in our current state, science fictional as well. Let's all focus on our own field of expertise, Mr. Mayor. You get us the financial infrastructure to make such ideas possible, and we'll develop the tech for it then. I understand. It is a shame. It could have proven crucial for the city to have such solutions in place, and for you as well, with Solomon by your side. She hangs up the phone before you can say anything else, and with no way of helping Solomon, you get back to work. Damn, they hate me. Hey, today I'm tired. I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy. Tomorrow's Easter. I have an Easter shift tomorrow. I hope it's not too busy. You wake up in your office with a feeling not unlike the hangover of a mean blackout. Similarly, you can't recall the final moments before you passed out. At first, that is. Slowly, the memories resurface. You get up and stumble to the door to check whether Jess is there. Trying to piece together the events before you blacked out, a hope flourishes within your chest. You piece back what happened to Jess, and you're confident she was alive, but not whether she was released or not. You reach for the door handle, but something inside you screams not to open it. She won't be there, and all this hope will be for nothing. That's when you hear a sound from the other side of the door, and the hope you've been trying to extinguish flares to life again. You open the door expecting the worst, but she's there. Jess is sleeping at her desk, and deep, too. Her feet up as usual. Contrary to your memory, her clothes clean, and she doesn't look injured. Boo! Hey, Graham. Your back is dead? I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Before you can decide whether to wake her up or let her sleep, though, Simone and Samid appear at the doorway. Sir, we've been trying to reach you. Remember that we were going to have a meeting with Mr. Ralphie and Mr. Petrov? Unfortunately, Mr. Petrov has very clear that he will not come here to hear anything you have to say. But Miss Ackerby convinced him that we could visit instead. It wasn't an easy task. She gives you a smile and a brief eye roll. We need to leave if we want to make it time. You can barely hear the words as try and come to terms. Hear the words as try and come to terms with the absolute absence of Jess at her desk. An absence that will never change, a constant from now on. Are you okay? You nod absentmindedly without taking your eyes off of Jess. And should we wake her? She's alright, let's go. You start walking without saying a word, focusing instead on not stumbling. You look around to see if the security force's vehicles outside your office and realize that they are. They salute you as if nothing happened and give you a swift nod when you tell them that you'll be traveling with corporate consortium mission vehicle and they can follow along. The road's not long, but it's more than enough to let you take in the bleak scenery of the city. Shady figures roam the darker alleys and narrow streets. Small groups here and there stare at your vehicle as you pass by, and you notice that some of them are holding up signs. One side reads, "We wanted a better future yesterday. What we got is a terrible today. Who cares about tomorrow?" When you finally arrive at the excavation site, you realize just how rich the helium-3 stocks are, especially now that the Earth is out of the picture. The workers are at it hard, excavating full force. Judgment on what awaits the city, if they have any, does not reflect on their performance. And Petrov is with them, overseeing with watchful eyes as he himself works like the rest. But he doesn't seem as content in the work they're doing. You step out of the vehicle and walk toward the site, and Petrov meets you halfway. His already chiseled features are made even harder with the wrath he visibly fights to keep inside. Before you can say a word, Samaid speaks with contempt, poorly wrapped under a guise of sincerity. "It's great to see that your people are working so hard, Mr. Petrov. The helium will come in handy, even if it doesn't seem that way in your limited vision." "Is that so?" The anger in his voice is tangible and unsettling as the jagged pieces of moon under your feet. "Can you claim otherwise? If it was up to your ideals, Mr. Petrov, we'd be hung to dry right now, helplessly waiting for our demise. Thanks to Mr. Mayor, we have the self-sustainability systems in place and the helium-3 stock to keep them going, without begging Earth once more, mind you, like you had to in the Wayward Warden incident." Petrov's eyes on fire and fists clenched. Turns to you with a clenched jaw. "You bring your puppet to humiliate me, De Silva." Hash it out. He takes a step toward you, but then he looks at the security forces team in the distance, and without breaking his gaze, grabs Samaid by the throat with one humongous hand. "Do not interfere, then." He raises a hammer of a fist, and just as he's about to strike, try to step in between. You try to get in their way, but you're too late. Petrov's thunderous fist lands directly on Samaid's face, and the sound of breaking bones follows. Samaid falls limp, holding his face, while Petrov's gaze is still tightly locked in with yours. "Take your lapdog and leave, before my people join me in putting you in your place." You realize that the workers are slowly closing in behind Petrov, and then you turn around and you see the small security forces team is doing so well as well, weapons raised. You can see from their grim expressions that almost all the workers share Petrov's anger and frustration, and the situation is bound to end badly. Simone is crouched, helping Samaid stop the blood gushing from his mangled nose. "Sir, please, let's just leave. There's clearly nothing to gain here at the moment." "I agree, sir. Never mind the fact that our team is clearly outnumbered." Petrov stands completely still without breaking his gaze. "All these people, I pity them for having you as their leader. Unfortunately, the feeling is mutual." With that, he turns around and goes back to working with the rest of the workers. You start your walk back to the vehicle, and just as you're about to get in, Samaid turns to you and speaks in a rough tone that you never would have expected from him. "I hope that was enough of a demonstration for you, sir, for you to see that these people cannot be trusted to behave, sir. Not unlike their overlords on Earth, they thrive on aggression. Unity and cooperation are novelties. They enjoy only as long as they're holding the bigger stick." Without waiting for a response, he gets in the vehicle. Damn. So 86% of players spread security forces throughout the city. You and players made Lim an official branch of the mayor's office. Indeed I did. Turn 10? I wonder if this is the last turn. Citizens are forming larger groups. The Lim members are trying to calm the disgruntled public from forming angry mobs and damaging city property. Citizens are turning more and more aggressive and organized and violent, voicing their dissent. Interesting. Suspicious activity around Artemis prison facilities. Chanting for change, we want accountability. Tendencies toward violence. Pathetic lifestyle. More tendencies towards violence. Rapid increase in disorderly incidents. Arson attempts. Uh-oh. My city might be on fire, dude. Protester profiling. Mining sites in turmoil. A city in upheaval. Wave 1. Wait. You stare out the window of your office, gazing upon the city of Artemis as it descends deeper into chaos with every passing second. You know that there is very little you can do, and even less time to take action. The sirens wail outside, and you can see the flashing lights of ambulances in the distance. You can also hear the faint echoes of fire truck announcements, demanding that people make way. You feel so far from everything, so detached, but you know deep down that it's not going to be that way for long. The chaos will close the distance and find its way to you. The 2 knocks on the door startle you from your thoughts. When you turn around, Jess pokes her head through the doorway. You can't help but smile. Hey boss, you got a call. It's Colonel Saul. Transfer, please. You got it, boss. She transfers the call a couple seconds later, and you accept it, preparing yourself for what you're about to hear. Sir, I'm assuming you've read the reports. Some of them. Wouldn't want to overstep my place, but it's imperative that you read each and every new report to stay on top of the situation out there, sir. Now more than ever. All is not lost, sir. We're doing our best to take the necessary precautions and ensure the safety of the city as well as our own. I know, you're right. Let's get to work. We have personnel on the ground as well as undercover agents among the protesters, sir. They're gathering information as we speak. Now more than ever. The LWU members among the protesters are many, but based on the intel we've gathered, they are not all fully committed to the aggressive direction the angry mobs are steering the situation towards. They're simply following the crowd, since they too have their own complaints and frustrations. I'm not saying they will refrain from aggression, because herd mentality can easily push them in that direction, but they seem relatively approachable. Of course, Mr. Petrov is fueling the fires and not helping us calm the crowds at all, but most of the members, recent events aside, do not harbor any strong inherent animosity towards you. Well, you could inquire with the city maintenance facility, see if the public announcement systems are active, sir. Maybe they could connect your call to the announcement speakers and you could reach the workers directly instead, bypassing Mr. Petrov. What would happen if the moon exploded? No more tides? Smaller tides, I think? Maybe. I guess all the mass would still be there, huh? I guess we would get rings. Not sure if it would work, and wouldn't want to mislead you since we were very short on time. Perhaps you'll get to make 2 calls at most before I need a status update, but still. As for the white collar among the protesters, though they are not as many as the workers, they are very infuriated. They could be convinced perhaps, but depends on how much influence you have. However you'd like to proceed, though, we need to take immediate action. The crowds are growing larger, merging whenever they cross paths, and are on constant move. Moving towards where? Seems to me that they're headed here, sir. Considering how fast they are moving and the fact that they're getting more aggressive, I'd say we have to decide fast on what to do. We have a window of only a couple decisions. After that, I'll need to get status updates from the field teams, otherwise your decisions may prove inapplicable by the time we try to act on it. Let's see who's willing to help us. Yes, sir. You turn to your workstation, thinking about your next move and who'd be the best to reach out to. We have time for 2 calls. Arlo Galan, Alvarez, UEF, City Maintenance, Science Coalition. Arlo Galan. City Maintenance. Call rings for a long while, but finally someone picks it up. Huh? This is Mayor De Silva. Yeah? And I'm Lord of Maintenance, Sir Leroy III. No time for this. Turn the video on and see who I am yourself. Oh, okay, sorry, sir. We don't get calls from anyone but folks who want to complain about the city is all. What can I help you with? I do address the public. I put my call through the public announcement systems throughout the city. Sure can, sir. This place has never been as nice or functional as it is now, and I can only guess it's your doing. So as far as I'm concerned, the joint is yours anyway. There's a short crackling sound. You're on! Workers of Artemis, this is your mayor speaking. You can hear your own voice echo through the streets of Artemis. Don't play into the hands of the ill-intentioned few among you and start damaging your own city. I know your hearts are not on this revolt. Believe me when I say I am doing everything in my power to fix the situation. Go back to your homes and soon everything will be resolved. This is your first and final warning, ceasing endangering the safety of the city. Solomon nods in agreement, though you get a nagging feeling from his expression that makes you think you could have done better. You end the call and think about who to reach out to next. One more call. I mean, Arlo Galan. I guess. But it's not Arlo Galan on the other end of the line. Greetings, this is Mr. Galan's assistant. How can I help you, Mr. Mayor? Mr. Galan, please. And what should I say about the call, sir? It's confidential. Put me through. Please hold, sir. You wait online for a good while as the precious seconds waste away. Thank you very much for holding, sir. Good news. Mr. Galan will accept your call. A click on the line and you hear Arlo's voice. It's calm and distant, yet pleased with itself. Mr. Mayor, hope you've been well. Most unfortunate how things have turned out. Do you have any idea why people are behaving this irrationally? I mean, this level of detest and frustration. I don't think you deserve this much, to be honest. Do you even know what they want? Seems like they're coming for me, actually. I see. That is most unfortunate indeed. For the will of the people to be so fixed on something like this. I need your movement's assistance in controlling the crowds. Of course you do, and you shall have it, David. To the best of our reasonable capabilities, obviously. Especially when one considers the fact that we had no say in your utter disregard for investments in the city's living conditions, arguably pushing the people of the city over the edge after everything they've been through. But you need help, and that's what matters. Of course we will help, David, to the best of our reasonable capabilities. I want your people outside, calming the crowds and assisting the security forces. Makes sense. Unfortunately, your decisions not to officiate the LIM as a branch of your administration had a negative impact on the willingness of our members to step out into the streets and persuade the crowds to stop the protests. But now that I think of it, I'm not sure how much that would have helped either, considering the fact that whatever credibility your administration has been diminished after the latest events. Our members don't feel safe, rightfully so. I doubt they'll be of much help if push comes to shove and security forces need support to enforce crowd control. He pauses for a long moment, then lets that aside before continuing. I make no promises, but I may have another idea to help you. Remember how I had the idea of enlisting our members to the security forces? I do. As well, the thing is, even though the members of LIM that join the protest may ignore your calls to cease and desist, if they realize they're facing their fellows in the field, I'm confident that even though they are fed up with the sad state of our city, my people won't have the heart to attack their own. That's good news. Don't mention it. You should tell Solomon to instruct the LIM members and his squads to remove their helmets and let their fellow members know they're there. This may convince the members among the crowd to step away. I'll reach out should any other ideas occur to me that might help your situation. Until then, best of luck. As you end the call and contemplate on whether you have time to reach out to someone else, Solomon interrupts your train of thought. I'm afraid that's all we have time for, sir. I need to get a status update from the field officers before we can make any other moves. I'll reach out to you ASAP once I acquire the necessary updates. He ends the call and you're left alone once again. I think we're gonna die. I think I'm gonna get shot in the head. Crowd is growing wider and more violent. The speech of the angry workers has made a weak impression. You pace around your office and sift through the latest reports from the field. You're relieved to find that the calls you made had a positive impact. What? The crowds and mobs are losing numbers and people are beginning to back down. At least some of them. Before you can feel anything reasonable resembling hope, you realize that you can hear their voices in the distance. You walk toward the window of your office and gaze out over the boulevard as it stretches toward the horizon and notice that the view is cut short with masses of people. The swarming, buzzing, shouting crowd is slowly pushing forward toward your office. The two knocks on the door pull your gaze away from them, and you're grateful for the interruption. Boss! Oh, you've already seen it, huh? I did. She walks by your side and stares at the crowd in the distance with raised eyebrows. It's one thing to hear about it, but another to actually see it. So many. But she cuts herself short when she realizes she isn't being helpful at all. I'm sure things won't turn ugly. The people know you did your best, and besides, we got security forces to intervene if necessary, you know? She taps the pistol at her waist and speaks in reassuring tone. If all else fails, I'm with you, boss. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Yep. Hello, Trifrossi. The moon is pink. The moon is bright. A supportive touch on your shoulder briefly, then she turns around and leaves the room. I'll be outside if you need me. Oh, Wave 2 was just whatever. Wave 3. When you finally lift your head from the flood of reports, the crowd's roar is coming from much closer than before. When you walk to your window, updates from Solomon are no longer necessary. A sea of protesters is right in front of your building. The mob is, to your relief, not overwhelmingly larger than the line of security forces personnel keeping them from entering the building. The calls you made and the way you strategized the security forces unit seem to have worked in deterring a large portion of the crowds. But despite having lost many protesters and now being outnumbered by the security forces in front of them, the crowd still seems insanely fierce with anger and frustration. Almost all protesters display violent aggression, cursing, hurling objects at security forces. The fury in their eyes and the rage in their shouts send a shudder all the way down your spine. You can't help but feel that they must really hate you. Good night, Graham. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Before you can think further on what to do next, the knock at your door startles you. Arlo steps in, hands clasped behind his back with a faint smile on his face. You wonder where Jess is, but you're robbed of time to ponder when Arlo speaks. One cannot help but admire the fire burning in their eyes. I wish you could see them up close. I know. His smile wavers no more than 1/10 of a second, but then widens right after. Maybe you should. Look outside, David. Take a good look. They want blood. And I can sympathize with a leader who'd sacrifice himself for the greater good, for the sake of letting people have what they want, but does the want actually equate to their needs? Do they have the mind to make that demand? And if you cater to it, would you be working for or against them? People are like dogs, don't you think? They want what they want based not on principles, but on what they crave in the moment. If you fed dogs what they wanted, when they wanted it, they would simply perish. Does saying yes to your subjects and their whims make you a good leader? Or would saying no with a firm hand serve their future better, even if it means them whimpering under a hard slap or two, which they will surely forget in time? Feels like you have your mind set on what I should do. Discipline is not tyranny. If you want to establish a new order, a better one than the passing fables of Earth, you need a trained society that's up to the task. I back their initiative with all my heart, yet that doesn't stop me from clearly seeing what the consequences of their actions should be for their own benefit. Look at them. They've already been reduced in numbers against your forces, yet still they scream and cry, like infants void of rhyme and reason. Can you trust them with any type of power, with any responsibility, with your fate, and more importantly, the fate of the city? The fate of the city? Oh, ban it. Get banned. Plus, it's stop-motion movies. I think they're cool. I think a lot of their plot lines are dumb, but I don't think I've ever seen a stop-motion movie where I'm like, this is fantastic writing. Can you trust them? Yeah. Wouldn't that be a leader's ultimate betrayal, to let the flock stray as they wish, especially when they are in complete and senseless disarray? He's suggesting that I crush them and teach them a lesson. His face turns grave, the facade of cold confidence stripped away for the first time. What are we, David, if not the sum of the lessons we've learned? If you don't teach them the value of letting their elected leaders see things through, you'll instead be teaching the false lesson that their choices can be reversed by brute force. That they are not responsible for the consequences of their decisions, that they can scream, shout, and thrash about until they get what they think they want. That will harm not just you, but everyone that comes after you, so yes, I'd say you need to show them that. But before he can finish her sentence, Solomon calls back just as he said he would, after getting the field updates. Sir. He notices Arlo, though the video call cam, with a brief surprise, and greets him cordially. Mr. Galan, we have a clear advantage over the crowds in terms of numbers, sir, as I'm sure you've noticed from the view outside your window. But the field units report that the mobs have taken control of the crowd's mood, posing an imminent and violent threat. Still, I think it would be best to take heed and start a conversation with them rather than risk a potential conflict. Of course, we look to your directives to determine how to engage. Arlo shakes his head, disappointed, as he slowly walks towards the window and stares into the crowd. No wonder you're where you are if the head of your security forces advises you to take heed and converse with insurgents. What are you suggesting, Arlo? Arlo doesn't seem to register your words. He simply begins knocking on the window with the obsidian stone in his ring, slow and steady. Look at them, David. You already have the upper hand, and they still won't back down. He keeps on knocking on the window as if he were the ticking of a clock. Time is running out. They will breach your forces and move into the building any time now. How can you possibly be so sure? He smiles. Because I told them to. He finally stops knocking on the window and turns to you. Here's what's going to happen. You'll order the security forces to crush the insurgency with full force. You will teach them the consequences of straying from collectivism and embracing chaos. What could you possibly gain from that? Not much in the short term. In the long term, though, they'll be housebroken into following a leader, and they will hate you for it. So they will be looking for a new leader. One that they will embrace as a savior, as they should. One that can lead them to independence. Now. And if I don't? Well, you either crush them, or they move in with all they have. My men among the crowd will make sure of that. You arrest me or hurt me, and I don't walk out of here, they move in. You attempt to talk with them or convince them otherwise, they move in. If you attack first, my men within the crowd will encourage the crowd to disperse and run away. The only way for you to protect them from getting seriously hurt is to attack them. Let's get this done, shall we? We'll not play your game, I will surrender and let them decide my fate. I trust the free will of the city's people to triumph over your influence. You and I'll do it, just make sure this first quickly so no one gets hurt. I'll go out there and speak to them. I have to help them understand the impossibilities of my position. Trust goes both ways, and I should lead by example. I don't know, I kind of like Arlo. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna talk to him. A long silence follows your word. Finally, he lets out a sharp puff through his nose and speaks with a mixture of regret and contempt. I'm sorry, David. I just can't let you do that. I've sacrificed too much for this. I've sacrificed the people who trusted me, whom I swore to protect and taught everything and held so dear. Guilt, rage, and regret scorch his eyes as he takes a step toward you. Did he just fucking kill me? He slams it into the window. With a deafening crash, the obsidian ring shatters the glass, sending the tempered window outward into a million pieces or more, allowing the now cold air of Artemis streets to rush inside a vacuum. Before you can react, his hand closes around your neck and he forces you to the edge. He's gonna kill my ass! Consider this a necessary sacrifice, he says, and an appropriate retribution, David. He pushes you farther out, delirious rage burning behind the calm shade of his eyes. One that will atone for the many times you failed the city with your foolish decisions. I'll make sure the guilt that made you jump is well remembered. You will become a symbol of caution for the generations that dare disappoint this city again. He gives you a painful, almost apologetic smile as he thrusts your body forward for the final push. But before he gets the chance to let you go, he's startled by the pistol pressed behind his head. The shock fades quickly for the old wolf's face, replaced by spitting hatred as he snarls. You wouldn't dare, pawn. I'm the only thing keeping your pressure. Cocking sound of the weapon convinces him to reconsider. With his free hand, Solomon grips your arm and pulls you back from the edge. Old enough to know when you lost, aren't you? Arlo freezes for a second, then realizes there's no escape. As you regain your footing, he steps away with his hands raised in surrender, but the smile on his face doesn't fade. Good night, Nugget. Hello, definitely. Shanghai? Oh. Hello, Pigtails. What's up? Miku? Hello, Miku. Alright, you got me, he says as he continues to step away from you. Now what? Are you really gonna have an old man with his hands up executed in cold blood? You don't have that in you, boy, and we both know it. He eyes Solomon with that same wicked smile before he locks his gaze back onto yours. So go ahead. Take your chance and go out. Talk to them. Let's see if they're really your people or mine. I dare you. I'll let him go. You smile back. Guess you're right, you say before raising your hands as well. You wave one hand in a gesture of war, and Solomon holsters his weapon with a swift practice motion, allowing Arlo Galan to take a deep breath of relief. I will see you outside, David De Silva, he mutters with a condescending smile and steps out of your office. Are you sure you want to do this, sir? Solomon asks in a voice burdened with sadness and regret, as if he blames himself just as much as any other factor that led you to this point, if not more. Yes, my decision is final. Order the security forces to stand down, you tell him, as you walk toward the door with the heavy steps. You step outside and into the pale, cold air of the Lunar City. Fires in the distance glow against the dark silhouette of an Artemis without power. The crowd doesn't notice you at first. They're too focused on Arlo Galan's thundering voice and the lies of liberation and resistance he's spinning for them. He tells them how the people cannot trust you, no matter what you say. That you are conspiring against the people, that you'll do to them what you did to Lim and betray them the first chance you get once their guards are down. That you need to be taken down once and for all. For Artemis to rise, he says, De Silva must fall. Arlo points your way and speaks. His voice is calm, yet still dripping with poison. For Artemis. A sharp silence falls over the crowd as their faces turn to you. In their eyes, you see everything you put them through, as well as the deep, dark resentment it conjures in their hearts. These are the people you swore to protect. Citizens who wanted nothing more than peaceful, ordinary lives now turned into vile vandals, all because of your actions. Even the teenagers among them, especially them, stare at you with venomous eyes, convinced perhaps that you stole their future. Maybe they're right. So you step forward and take a deep breath before you speak. Fellow Artemisians, I was given an impossible task, and to hopefully help you, as well as humanity as a whole, with all the humility I carry in my heart, I did my best. To do that, I had to trust myself, because without conviction, I would have never been of no use to any of you. So I did. I believed in myself. But more than I ever believed in myself, I trusted your judgment. And if you are here today, after all the hardship we've endured together, then this much is clear. You're not satisfied with what I've given you. But regardless of your decision, please let me tell you that I have done my best, and only my very best, with nothing short or less. I love this city. My heart has always been with you. And through hardships deliberately imposed by forces beyond my control, I made every effort to serve and protect you. If you want me to step down, I'll step down. But if you want me to stay and see you through this mess of conspiracies, I will do that too. Because a leader, as I have come to understand, does not act by his own certainty alone, but by the will of his people. But if you can find it in your heart to believe in me as you once did, I will break my back before I give up on carrying you forward on this rocky road to hopefully better, brighter future. It is time we shed the past labels of Artemis as a lunar colony or city, and through hard work, perhaps harder than ever before, become truly independent. And through paving that future with our hard work, we will renegotiate with Earth and make them recognize the independent lunar nation of Artemis as a respectable, liberated entity. My heart is with you either way, Artemisians, so I ask you, are you with me? Your words are met with absolute crystallized silence. In their eyes, you see the exhaustion of standing up against someone they once believed, and hope to catch the fragile glint of hope that comes with trusting someone familiar one last time. But no matter how much you look, you can't find that glint anywhere. All you see is boiling, tangible hatred and contempt. In their eyes lies everything you put them through, as well as the deep, dark resentment it conjures in their hearts. Even the teenagers among them, especially them, stare at you with venom. Wait, okay. We already read all that. But before you can say anything else, Galan's voice rings through the crowd. We will not let your words poison our minds as you poisoned our city. He reaches a hand out to the ruined silhouette of Artemis. Look at your work and take pride, scum of Earth. Your reign ends tonight, either you perish or we do, but either way, you are a leader no more. The vicious bloodlust in his voice spreads to the crowd like wildfire, poisoning your hopes of getting through this without casualties. Follow me and let's send a message to Earth that they will never forget, my fellow Artemisians. A single piercing shout follows the crowd. Down with the tyrant! It slices through the people's silence, and the rest blooms like an avalanche in mere seconds. Boos and chants here and there turn into whistles and curses, and soon the whole crowd is roaring and throwing objects your way and pushing into the line of security force to get to you. The security force units shuffle to assume immediate response position, but having stood down by your own order, they are caught off guard against the wrath of the Galandists and the crowd. Before you realize what's happening, and in the chaotic moment filled with confusion for both you and the security forces, it doesn't take for them to be overwhelmed by the angry crowd. Soon your forces lie dead, and you are left standing alone in front of them. Waves of chanting begin to ripple through the crowd, rising from the direction where Arlo Galan and his supporters stand. Slowly, the angry crowd around you parts, making way for Galan's militia, who yank you from where you stand through with rough hands and drag you across the ground. Nobody interferes. To your dismay, the chants grow louder and louder, and as you struggle to find your footing, you hear that more and more of the protesters are joining the condemning chants of Galanists, wishing death upon you. When you finally find your footing and look around, all you see is that each and every protester is now infected with the fear and hatred Galan supporters unleashed upon the crowd. Stepping over the still warm corpses of their city's protectors, they reach for you with hands drenched in familiar blood. You don't attempt to run, as 1,000 hands seize you, and despite your defeated struggles against their iron grasp, they carry you to what will become known as the first and last hanging tree of Artemis. Let's send this piece of dirt back into the earth he so loves. As the noose tightens your throat, you meet the eyes of those who once called your people, and in a fool's hope, you find yourself wishing that your death could somehow pave the way for a better future for them. But you know it won't. A single tear wells up in your eye and trails down your cheek as the rope sweeps your feet off the ground, and you realize you're not sure if it's because of the pain, the regret, or both. Darkness swallows you whole, and the people of the Lunar City stand united in hatred as they watch your demise. Before you drift into eternity, you catch a glimpse of a familiar face in the crowd. Under the shadow of a hood, Jess watches you with tears streaming down her face. You wonder what could have been, if only you had made different choices. But before you have a chance to imagine how else it could have gone down, the darkness floods your being and drowns out the shame and regret. The last thing you see is that big blue dot lingering in the sky, turning round and round as if it were just another day. The lunar city of Artemis was finally free of Earth's shackles thanks to you. But perhaps they were now grasped by something potentially much more dangerous. A madman's descent into radicalism and absolute autocracy. After your death, Arlo Galans capitalized in the turmoil and rose to power as the new leader of Artemis. He turned your execution into the story of the city's heroic uprising. It didn't take long for him to reshape public sentiment through propaganda, restricting access to news sources and media channels. Every single person at Artemis was forced to work the mines in order to give it a chance at survival, leveraging negotiations with Earth. The city devolved into a police state run by an autocratic, anti-technology propaganda machine. Your investments in the sustainability systems and the helium-3 mines gave the city a chance to preserve as it got back on its feet, though the people had very little in the meantime to find happiness, morale, or comfort. Still, they held on, and through the growing sense of resentment toward Earth, and with the blood of their former leader still in their hands, they worked tirelessly to extract the precious resource. Unfortunately, they knew very little about the Dark Descent Earth something. I can't read fast enough. The Galanists emerged as a paramilitary force enforcing labor in the mines at gunpoint. Arlo Galan, supreme ruler of the lunar nation of Artemis, sought to mine through helium-3 to allow the Science Coalition to develop specialized weaponry against Earth, hoping to force negotiations and secure leverage of the so-called liberated entity. He did not realize that this path would doom the city and its people, and when the consequences finally arrived, he made plans. Fuck! People remember your death as a riddling for the writing of the parasitic agent, a belief cemented in Galanist propaganda to keep your name only as a warning that failed leadership can inflict upon a city. There's even talk of building a monument in the city center, not to honor you, but to commemorate your defeat and the people's triumph. What the fuck, dude? Why would they do this to me? Your last thoughts were about how you could have done differently, but maybe that was the wrong question. But maybe everything happened exactly as it had to. Maybe it could have been unfolded this way. Perhaps if someday, somehow, humanity does change ways for the better, you'll have a small hand in it. Even if your name is disgraced, your death will not have been entirely in vain. Until that distant day, you'll be remembered as a tyrant. At least for as long as humanity controls the narrative and Artemis endures to remember it. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Why would they do this to me? Alright. I kind of wanted to know how the path Earth went down. That would have gone crazy. Well, I guess that's for a different day, though. That was our Lunar Ascendant run. We fucking got axed. We died. They fucking killed me. They fucking killed me, dude. Alright, well, that was Lunar Ascendant. That game was... it was fun. I had a good time. I see your pizzas. I see your pizzas, Cherry. They look good. They both look good. They both look tasty. They both look yum tasty. I'm gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna be back with... yeah, some Team Fortress. Screw it. BRB. Okie doke. Alright, let's see what servers are open this late at night. Who's even playing? Ah! He's rezzing. He's rezzing. Alright. And get this shit up on the screen. Here we are. Here we are. Do. The music is so quiet. Community server me. Probably just gonna hop in Class Wars again. Kinda like yesterday, yeah. You could play the silly server. It's a trade map. They're on a trade map for some fucking reason. Shonic Trenches, 100-player to group keep could be good though. But nah, let's hit the mall. Let's hit the Annie's in the mall. Drop like $4 for a pretzel. With cheese or whatever. $5 with cheese, an extra $1 for a cup of cheese. Oh, my nose. Ah! My nose! Okay. God, the main menu music is so quiet, but in-game it's so loud. Wow. 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 Alright, I gotta, hang on, I'll be right back. I gotta throw on a hoodie. My headphones are too loud. I don't have a, I have to use a fresh hoodie. What the hell? I guess I threw it all in the water. Why go and do that? Did I just not have any more hoodies? Where's all my hoodies? Where's they go? Beep, or beep. Here's one. Down here. Oh, wow, this is my dirty one. Clean the beach. Oh. Man, I'm warm. Man. You only ever realize how cold you are when you put on a funny. Alright, who are the enemy gamers? Meds. I got the scary bolts. Ow. I got giggled on. He's giggling. We're giggling at this guy? Get him an emotional support cat.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
He fucked me to death. He doesn't respect me.
Mission ends in 30 seconds.
I got gravity! Look at this! My fucking legs. Alright, well, I'm gonna infiltrate. You can do whatever you want, but I'm infiltrating.
Mission ends in 10 seconds.
Oh. I wanted to get to the funny spot. Oh, he died.
Pace up, pace.
Well, at least it's not pyro and heavy 3 times over.
Mission begins.
Engineer Demo Man. It's the Engineer Demo Man. I'm an engineer and he's a Demo Man. Demo Man. Engineer Demo Man. Engineer Demo Man. Engineer Demo Man. What if I just keep fucking saying that? I'm gonna kill you. You gotta move that gear up. You gotta. That's the thing, man. You gotta move that gear up. And I'm not, cause Yert'll be dead, and I'm gonna turtle. Cause Yert'll be turtle, and I'm gonna kill you. I think I'll build over here. Why the fuck not? Gonna kill you. Cause Yert'll be turtle, and I'm gonna kill you.
10 seconds.
What magic is this?
What magic is this?
3, 2, 1.
What magic? I don't know what he needed that medal for. Are they defending? Kind of. They're kind of defending. It looks like they're kind of defending. Fight by night. Chinese Dead by Daylight.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
Whoa, dude. Ow! I got that deadly voice. I'm gonna run in there and give him the backstab. Blew him up, man. Oh. Well, I did kind of blow him up. Does that count? Well, I'm kind of fucking scared. Smoke banana. Got it with the smoke banana, you know what I'm saying? I smoked his banana. Dude, I totally stalled. Dude, they're already in the fuck. They're already in the fuck, man. They're already in the fuck. We're fuck. They're already in the fuck and we're already in the fuck. Daniel the Shrimble Cat. Oh my good golly gee gracious. Gotta move that gear up. You gotta move that gear up. Oh, pilled me right in the mouth. Good arrow. Some of these guys are gamers, man. Some of these guys are just... They're gaming. They're gaming. I'm gonna hop over and fucking hit him with my fucking funny. He's the best. He's the best to ever do it, man. Beep. Ow. My shit. Yeah! Teleporter. Teleporter. Brother, not the teleporter.
Dispenser going up.
Oh, he's hitting him with the sleep stab. That's good stuff. Whoa. Let me fix your shit. Medic!
I'm moving this.
Putting this right here. They can shoot pills over this. I don't know if they're gonna, but they can.
Building the center.
What are the Jag stats again? Faster firing speed, construction speed boosted by 30%, damage penalty, slower repair time, and damage penalty versus buildings. None of that is a downside. I kind of also want to hit him with the funny. Oh, fire!
Oh God, my head is
I got a big head and I burnt to death.
You're ugly.
Control point is being captured. The final control point is being failed.
Wow. Nice job, gamers. I blew up. Wow, Dust Bowl 2. We didn't even see Dust Bowl 2 like once yesterday. Honestly, kind of impressive.
Begins in 60 seconds.
We'll see how it goes. Soldier versus heavy weapons. Stage 3 denied. Stage 3 denied. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody.
This American boot just kicked your ass there.
American boot. American boot. Do I have a festive secondary item? I guess it would be a Christmas shotgun. Can you festivize any of the backpacks? That heavy is a spy. That heavy is a spy. They are gonna come fucking crawling out of that fucking hole, dude. Let's see if we can't... Fucking god damn it, dude! No, I wanted him so bad. Tomislav over here. Go, Gary, dude, go.
I got 3 words for you. U.S.A.
U.S.A. What's your gun? The original. That's an invisible heavy weapons, mate. Holy Jesus Christ. It's scary stuff, mate. Why would he do that? I'm gonna hold off on using a bunch of my ammo. See if I can't keep it. Make my rockets worth it, you know? Because we don't have like a dispensy. And I'm not running the infinite ammo gun. Even though I should be. Since they can't build sentries.
Building the center.
Well, something like that.
Didn't your mama teach you not to play with magic?
Give 'em hell, boys. Wait, this banner doesn't reduce. $20 health on max where? I don't remember. It does something. I was gonna say, here he fucking comes, dude. He got the help. He's the best to ever do it. Fuck. I'd like to escape this situation if I can. Oh, that's not doing nothing to me. Damn, dude, this banner is strong as hell. Bullets don't do nothing. What the fuck? You may have gotten the first point, but you sure as shit won't be getting the second point. I've got the sunlit spear, after all. Aha! My shocks destroyed them. Uh-oh. Let's not fuck with that. No! Critzels! Maybe let's switch this up. Give me robot. Give me robot, and instead of armor, give me conjure. Because, like, the ammo is a pain in the ass, but so is the little piss damage that they're hitting me with. Not like I want to use conjure. I don't really like conjure, you know? But I think in this situation... I was gonna say, in this situation where they're doing 6 damage at that distance, it might actually be useful. Hey, look at me! Look at me! Yeah, everybody flood the tunnel. Flood the tunnel. Damn, that hurts. Whoa. Oh, a dispensy! Wow, woo! And a central gun. The tunnels do it again, class. The tunnels do it again. Even I'm pushing them back. I'm pushing them back. It's that open field that's the problem. Fruit dispenser, man. Fruit dispenser. Oh, he snuck all the way back there. He's a gamer. That man is ultimated. Hello, TDM player. What's up? Team deathmatch, huh? No! Nobody laugh. If I can get through this without somebody giggling at me, I'll be happy. He was about to do it. Fucking hell. Uh-oh, they are flooding in, dude. Go, 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 go. Oh, he's behind! Oh, he's on the side. I hadn't even considered it. Why am I in the upper left corner? What do you mean? Damn. No! Alright, well. Evan Fong. Vanoss? Vanoss is a musician? I thought he was just that owl that played Gmod. How did he do that? He's the best. The Stinker. It's a good name, though. When he's not busy gearing up for prop hunt and going in the gym, he's actually a DJ. But I don't, do DJs don't make music though, do they? Infinite ammo. He's the best. That's cool. That makes sense, you know. When you're like an online creator, it kind of bleeds into all the other stuff you can do on your computer, you know? I am here to take American jobbies. I was gonna say, oh, that's a blue man. That's a blue man. Ah! I died. After 2020, though, he became depressed. Same goes with me, that's why I relate to him a lot, since from child to adulthood. I don't know anybody in the modern era that's not depressed, though. I think it's... Isn't it just weirder to not be depressed? Like, society kind of sucks? I don't know. That guy... Ooh, they instantly ran to the high ground. Who isn't depressed now? I mean, it's even starting to affect, like, upper middle class motherfuckers, man. I mean, the proletariat has always been depressed because they've always had the worst at it. But I mean, even, like, kids are fucking depressed. Which is, like, rough. I'm fucking toxic. You guys know it all. You guys know the truth. I'm fucking toxic. Oh, a comeback. They made the comeback. The guy with the big fists is so distracting. He's doing such a good job just distracting me.
Mission begins.
Almost fine.
30 seconds.
Bong. Oh, porn. More porn. There's a lot of porn. Alright, let me hack the mainframe.
Wuss. Visit your mother.
Kids think being depressed is cool and pretend to be? No, I think there, well, yeah, Cherry, I mean, there's definitely a couple people who are just like, I want to fit in, so I want to be depressed too. Okay, I can see that, but yeah, I'm gonna say no.
Don't do that.
And I only know that to be true because there are actually a good number of,
Bonus stats.
like, the RCA has a pretty big number of, like, high schoolers and, like, middle schoolers amongst our ranks. Everybody has skin in the game, and everybody feels how fucking shitty everything is. Everybody is, like, depressed. There is definitely that element of, like, kids trying to fit in, I guess. But I think at this stage, I don't think that's true. That's why you don't stand on top of each other. They hate me, dude. It's not as if there's instant respawn, but... Get in close and use your button. Not some, a decent chunk? Well, I completely disagree with that, Cherry. I would say some. I would disagree with a decent chunk. Like, a lot. By a lot. Because, I mean, kids are stupid. Like, yeah, I agree with that. Kids are dumb. That's just what they are. Kids are fucking idiots. That makes sense. But to think that they can't recognize the condition that they're in, I think is naive. Like, even if they don't have, like, the language for it, you know? Even if they don't have... Even if they might not have the whole story of, like, the condition, that doesn't mean that they aren't invested into this system. Like, they also have to go to school, you know? They also have to live their lives. I was gonna shoot that. I was gonna air shot that guy. No, he's the best, man. He's the best. Child Moe Lester? Holy shit, what a name. Anyway, I'm gonna hack the mainframe in this corner, next to Biomax. One! But yeah, maybe not. Not like I know. I also do think that there is like a big chunk of people that's at least here in America that are just you know, well, I don't know. I was gonna say like partying it up or like having a good time. I guess that doesn't mean they're not depressed though. You can still, like, operate functionally within a society and, like, go out and do fun things and still be depressed, I guess. For these two kids I knew in 9th and 11th grade, you got my ass. I'm gonna blow up, dude. I'm gonna explode like these potions.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. They kept pretending to be harming themselves just because it seemed cool? Well, yeah. I mean, adults do that. I mean, if you go into like a grocery store of like 1,000 people, two of them are gonna be pretending to harm themselves.
Of course we did. Yes, good. Well done. Yes.
Ow, he's the best. The trick really is to just wait for a bat swarm, huh? Go cloak and then wait for a bat swarm and then stay cloaked. He's the best. Porn. Did you guys see that porn? There was porn. They put porn on my TV screen. Is he? He's not really gonna chase that guy down, is he? Do I not have the right wrench on? I don't. What happened? Where did it all go wrong? I was wondering why my cloak was draining so slowly. He's the best. Spy among us. Was the ending that bad? Lunar Ascendant is an okay game. It's not for me, I think. I think I would give the game a 5 out of 10. I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay to play. I just think that I don't know. A lot of that's the thing with like a lot of the visual novels is that they're telling a story. They're telling a story from what the authors sort of like want it to be. And especially when it comes to like political fiction, they don't always represent like what is actually like a realistic angle that would be taken there. You know, at the end of Lunar Ascendant, it was some sort of, like, mastermind game, like, gaming gambit, like, very Batman villain-esque. And it's like, well, that's not what would happen ever. Biz Whistler with the scattergun. You got my ass.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Don't look at the porn.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
I don't have my watch.
5.
Put dispenser here!
So I can't cloak and dagger until I get bat swarm.
Sorry, time's up. You're dead.
Well, it doesn't matter. Help! Alright, well, I'm gonna hack the mainframe.
Mission ends in 30 seconds.
Very nice.
Look at you! You look like you ran through traffic!
5.
Good night, Graham. I think. I don't know. I never really know. 4, 3, 2, 6.
You failed.
Whee!
Pace up, pace. Pace up, pace.
Let's see if either one of these guys dies. I died.
Mission begins in 60 seconds.
Pyro? I forgot to buy the minion pyro outfit.
Pace up, pace.
That'll be the next outfit. Oh no, sniper. Finally some balance, but they're on offense. You want the winning team to be offense so we can go to Dust Bowl 3.
I'll notify your next
You were
This button here is
disappointed.
This button is dispensed.
Poopy Joe. Oh, Poopy Joe? Was that Peter Griffin? Oi, money.
5, 4, 3.
I'm gonna slap the shit out of one of these snipers, man.
Standing around like
I'm just kidding. I'm actually gonna stand here and do nothing. Notice how I'm reaching to the fire? Very, very, like a Catholic painting. No, he's giggling on me. Alright, I can't see them getting out of this one. Oh, shot his foot. Smoke banana. Yeah, it's kind of over before it began. Oh, Poopy Joe. I'll notify your next of kin that you suck.
That you suck.
You suck. That you suck.
You suck.
You suck. Bam, I'm pissed. I'm pissed on. Ow. My fucking bones. Scream. Did you see all that? Mon Dieu. Oh shit. He got me. Body shot with the regular snipper rifle. Fizzle whizzle. Uh-oh. Oh, no, we got a god mode. Uh-oh for them, I guess. Ow! Damn. That shit hurt. Stop doing that. I got the long melee. Got him. Well, I hit a couple of them, I think. What if Pyro was sane? What makes you think he isn't? But I don't know, I had a good time with Lunar Ascendant. 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. Mostly because it's a fictional setting. I don't know why I'm trying to apply, like, real-life standards to it. I guess because it is a political simulator, and if you are going to simulate politics, it should at least be something that makes sense, I guess. But if I apply it in like a fictional framework, then it's fun. It's fun. If you're waiting for the next suzerain campaign to come out, I would recommend Lunar Ascendant. We still don't have a fucking dispenser. How can we own these guys if we don't have a dispenser?
Mission ends in 10 seconds.
Mission ends in 10 seconds. 2, 1, go! Damn. Damn, he almost got my ass. Oh, it's heavy weapon versus heavy weapon. I want to say they win this. I think we win the first point, but they win the second point. Oh yeah, little cart. Oh, ew. Oh, ew. Oh, Come, we fight like men. Heavy will now lay egg down throat. Peter Griffin. It's fucking Peter Griffin. Is that a spy? I mean, we have the spy on our team, so. Excuse me. Good luck, gents. Ooh, auto heal. Good for me. Oh, he's Ubered. He's Ubered and big. Look at him. Oh, auto heal goes crazy on him. Nice job, gents. On to the second point. Everybody collect up in the top, and then let's give them what for and all that good stuff. Oh no! Little cart is moving. Beat your ass. Oh, I thought we were doing good. We were on the point. Yeah, put teleport here. The Delphi server used to have a teleport RTD. And that teleporter RTD went crazy because you used to be able to spawn it in the spawn. Super gamer. It's the super gamer. I got the drug bullets. I wish I had scary bullets, but I think drug bullets are gonna have to do. Yeah, if it were scary bullets, the game would be over. Oh, I'm green. I'm festering. Yeah, heavy long shit. Yeah, hiya kayo. Oh, crits me! Crits me, doctor! There's a guy? Oh, the guy on the fucking boxes.
Put dispenser here.
Not possible, I agree, man. Poop dispenser here, poop dispenser, poop dispenser. Poop dispenser here, poop dispenser. Austron. I got the time bomb. Oh, the door didn't open in time. He still had the fucking bat swarm on him. That guy. He's a champion. Well, got him.
Heavy is by! Heavy is by! Heavy is by!
Heavy is spy, man. Don't ever let him tell you any different. We got threshed so hard. Whoa! Power play! Is this the move? That's the move, lads! Damn, that's all it took! Heavy is spy. Heavy is pie.
Mission begins.
Demo! I'm a demo man! I'm a demo man! Now, I don't know if we win this. Fucking meat, mate. It's fucking meat. We must collect money. And I'll keep killing your number, 'cause you'll be dead and I'll be turtle. We'll play out this round. If we win and we go to the third one, I'll keep playing until the third one ends, until the, Dust Bowl 3 ends. I'm not sure if we'll win this, though. Heavy is a very slow class, but Demo Man is also slow. Hitler fuck? Poop Kid says Hitler fuck.
3, 2, 1.
I got the beacon. I got the beacon. It's chill. What's this guy's sign say? Wow. It's Captain America. It's the Black Falcon. No, that's a Key and Peele joke. It's Falcon America. Man, alright. What if the spy was a heavy? They should, I mean, they have a spy outfit for the heavy. They should have a heavy outfit for the spy. Nobody's waiting over here? Really? They're just gonna let us build up stack? Oh. Okay, alright. Let's try not to open the door, lads. Stop doing that. Stop doing that, dude. I got the pumpkin trail.
Right in your face.
I'm gonna get in there and get him with the caber. I wanted to get him so bad. 6 up down. Guy's name is 6 up down. You don't know about 6 up down? Nah, I'm not jumping on that fucking crit sticky. Incoming! Why you stop letting them in, dude? Quit opening the gate. Gonna get you cheese. I got cheese. We got cheese on. Koga lads. Hey, Koga lads. Prosciutto? That guy's name is Prosciutto? I got fast hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ow. I needed that.
Thanks, mate.
Oh, there's a heal guy. I was like, what the fuck is that noise? It's scaring me. Let's just not go that way. I don't know. What's your deal, HyperAct? What was that about? They got God mode. Everybody run. Everybody hide away. Oh, that goblin had... Shrek had his own little fucking forest plans or whatever it is. Shrek, yeah, Shrek is walking around. Is Shrek still out in the field? I get Snail. They get Power Play and I get Snail. I don't think we're winning this. We'd have to push pretty hard. Don't do it. Come on, man. It looked funny, at least. Is that Shrek? That is Shrek. Ugh. Shrek, why are you doing all that, man? Palcat killed me with the caber. That doesn't even make sense. Oh, he's drugging me. He's dead. 6 up down. Hey, you got like a sandwich? You got like a sandwich I can have? Oh! 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 Guh. Palcat died? Omega lol. Well, don't fucking kill him next time. Alright, I'm gonna go up the funny. I'm gonna hang out up the funny. I'm drunk walking. I'm fucking drunk walking anyway. Medic! Oh god, oh god, oh god, they are on approach. No, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna stick around to see if we push up any further or if I get a good roll, but seeing as how they're pushing up on this side of the dirt choke, it's kind of none of my concern. The crit pills go crazy though. That's good pushing. Let's just assume I lose. We'll say that. Call it a night. But alright, everybody. I think I'm gonna call it there. Happy Friday. Was it? No, it's Saturday. It's Saturday, man. It's Saturday. For some reason, I thought it was Friday because we were playing Team Fortress 2. Why shouldn't it be, I think? With that being said, I will see everybody later. Tomorrow for the discussion on the Cuba document I put in the Discord. I'm probably just gonna end up reading the paper, and if anybody has any comments on it, I'll see if we can't discuss it from there. We'll see how it goes, though. I hope everybody has a good rest of your night. I will see everybody tomorrow. Bye-bye. Johnny.